Starting out, I want to take a look at the pound against the US dollar. This is on the weekly chart, obviously ahead of the Bank of England decision, as well as a pretty sizable increase on the US dollar index on Friday. I thought it was interesting to see where we're sitting. So on the weekly, you can see there's a large bullish trend dating back since the start of last year, really. That one was pretty consistent. We did see it touch on a yearly high around the end of June. And then we did see a bit of a decline on there. We can see that by the descending channel as prices did move into their moving averages on the weekly chart. Most recently, over the start, towards the end of Jan, we did see very sizable gain on the pound against the US dollar, and it actually did trade into its highest dating back since January 2022. That actually did trade above 1.38, which is a pretty sizable gain, I would say, over the past 2 weeks. But what I do think is quite significant on here is I'm seeing a very long top wick on the most recent weekly chart, which if we do want to take historical data as an indication for what could happen, last time we saw a very sizable top wick on the weekly, that was actually the start of our descending channel on here. Have spoken, obviously, previous price action is not always a reliable indicator for what is going to happen, but it is interesting to think what we could see here. So for the week of where we're sitting, I'm looking to see if the more recent term bullish trend, pretty much dating back since November, is still in play, or if we are looking for a bit of a further pullback on prices to trade back down towards its moving averages. So moving that into the daily chart now, get an understanding of where we are sitting. So as I mentioned, we did trade into its highest price since 2022 to actually start the week. That was Monday, Tuesday, and then we did see prices gradually decline over the course of the week. But for where prices are sitting now, and I do think this is actually quite a key level because where we are sitting is actually at its prior resistance from its swing high in the middle of September before we traded down. So we actually did see a clean break and a hold above its prior resistance. And for where we're sitting now, we could see it form support here. So I'm waiting for a signal to confirm if the bullish trend is still in play. If we do see the prices hold support above this level around here now and then start off today, I do think we could push higher to then retest the 1.38 and a break and hold above that, retest its yearly highs. Similarly, though, I think if we do see the prices trade down for the day, trade back below this level, I do think we do have a little bit of an area to come back towards its moving averages personally. If we're seeing on the RSI, we were very much hovering in the overbought area for the large part of last week. It was only this sizable drop on Friday, which actually pushed us down into its ideal range for the RSI. Got the MACD sitting above its signal as well, which is telling me there is some bullish pressure, but I'm waiting for a signal either side. If I am a buyer in this market, I'll probably be looking to manage my risk around this key level just here, which we are sitting above as it stands. However, if we see the prices make a drop and hold below this, I'll also be looking for this level to act as a risk management if I am a seller in this market. But again, still waiting for a signal of confirmation.